Hello everybody, this is Ronnie with Improvement. Sorry for the delay. You might have seen a post that I just videoed this wonderful live recording of 3 minutes to feel release and forgot to press the go live button. So that's the fact that I'm really proud of those 20 minutes. Unfortunately, no one will ever share with me. So let's just hope that this live actually goes just as well as this 20-minute rehearsal I just did. And thank you for bearing with me. So I've decided to help out in these challenging times by sharing what I know about our fear response. Obviously, it is so easy right now to be fearful and anxious in this pandemic because we don't really know what's going to happen. But you may or may not know that fear is really a stress response, and that stress lowers our immune system, which is really making us more vulnerable, which is not what we want. So in order to actually stay as healthy and resilient as we can be, I think it's really valuable to know what we can do to lower our stress response. And it's actually fairly easily done. It is really our autonomous nervous system that leads us. And whenever we have a stress response, which is really normal for us as a human species, because about an attention here, it was that stress response, the fear response that helped us survive. Every time we saw a tiger or anything in the wild that threatened us, we went in order to either fight the danger and win about the Thursday or fully and thereby preserve our species. However, nowadays, when we watch the news, we go into a stress response, we go into a fight or flight response. And with certain news or that stresses us out, or get us into a fear response, it is not helping our species anymore. What helps us now is to stay as calm as possible, because being in a constant stress response, which our lifestyle already promotes, who's not stressed from going to work every day, with family and household and landlords and money, there are enough stresses in our life. So what we need to learn now is the really easy way to counteract that stress response. So our autonomic nervous system that reads us is easily influenced by our knowledge about the polyvagal theory by Stephen Porges. The vagus nerve is the body, and the older part of it is responsible for our very primitive fight-or-flight response, but there's also a newer part of it that is easily influenced by two things: social cues and by breathing. So as humans, we have the option to activate our parasympathetic nervous system, which counteracts the stress response by using social cues or breathing techniques. Not only my social cues, silent, using a soothing voice, touch. When you're at home in lockdown with your family, forced to get along, sit on the couch and touch each other. It's especially very soothing to the system, and it will produce the hormones that it takes to stop the body from producing more stress hormones. So that is something easy to do. Another easy thing to do is to use breathing techniques, use controlled breathing. So let's practice one of them already. And this is really simple. It's called the deep belly breathing. Just whisper just a little bit. So I will not get up, but you can imagine. So if you put one hand on your chest area and the other hand in your stomach, you can practice diaphragmatic breathing. Our diaphragm is the big muscle that is between our stomach and our lungs. And when we engage that, we allow our bodies to stop producing stress hormones, like adrenaline and cortisol, and we allow it instead to produce calming hormones such as oxytocin and others. So how do you actually know that you're breathing into your belly? That's why I told you to put your hands, one on your chest, one on your stomach. And it's easily practiced when you sit down. It's a little harder when you stand up and you're not used to it. Or even lying down, flat on the ground, with your knees bent and your feet on the ground. Because very often when you're not used to breathing consciously, our body is so tense that even if we try and breathe into our stomach, we can't. It's just everything's so tight. So you might want to have to start out on the lying flat on the floor on your back, knees bent, and your feet flat on the floor. But again, put one hand on your chest and one hand on your stomach, and then gently guide your breath as deeply into your stomach as possible. With strength. You might notice that my hand doesn't actually rise at all in my chest. This is the one on the belly that comes up. So you might have to do that as long as it takes for you to actually be able to breathe into your stomach, but don't force it too much. And also imagine that you're trying to blow up a balloon in your tummy, just to be more focused on where you hold your breath. But the more you practice, the easier it will become, obviously. So every time you breathe like this, it's called deep belly breathing, pranayama, because you engage the diaphragm, you tell your body it is okay to stop producing stress hormones. It is okay to start producing the calming hormones. Another wonderful technique is counting the breath. And everybody counts differently at a different pace. But let's just say you take the number 2. What you do is you count to 2 or 3, and inhale, you count to 3, doing a natural pause between the inhale and the exhalation. And you exhale for 3, pause again for 3, inhale for 3, pause again for 3. So by using our natural pause between inhalation and exhalation, and by focusing in such a concentrated manner on our breathing, we not only help our diaphragm to be engaged and therefore, again, stop producing stress hormones and start producing calming hormones, but we also help our focus. It helps our monkey mind, as we call it, to stop chattering and just focus on one particular thing, because we have to count and we have to focus on our breathing. So it helps us clear our brain. So let's try that together. Again, it helps when you put your hands on your chest and on your stomach, respectively. And then let's try. Inhale for 3. 1, 2, 3. Pause for 3. 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 3. 1, 2, 3. Pause for 3. 1, 2, 3. Inhale for 3. 1, 2, 3. Pause for 3. 1, 2, 3. And continue. Well done. Also, it might take some time to practice and master that. And that's what is everything that is new to you. So again, you might have to do that either at least for 3 minutes, or at least as long as it takes you to actually feel a calming effect. Another breathing technique that I really love, which I learned at a conference in California, which was only for women, so it was for 1,000 women in one room. It was to me a bit scary, but since we learned the breathing technique, I quickly got over that. It's called the oxytocin. Oxytocin is also called the love hormone, and it is what we produce when we touch each other. It's what we produce when we are in love. It is something that women produce when giving birth and nursing. men also have it, obviously. So one way to produce that on purpose, consciously, is by exhaling with an audible sigh. And I know it is a bit weird sitting around sighing all day, but you will get used to it, especially when you know how beneficial it is. Just imagine 1,000 women doing that in one conference room, all sighing together, and it will amuse you enough to help get over the embarrassment very quickly. Another tip is to do it every time you go to the bathroom. When you go to the bathroom, you turn on the light and the fan is on and nobody can hear you, sigh away. And once you start realizing how beneficial it is, you will get over that embarrassment also very quickly, I think. So let's try this. The way it works is, again, we breathe deep into our tummy, into our chest, into our tummy, deep breaths, as deep into the belly as you can, and then exhale with an audible sound. So I'll demonstrate. So it is actually the vibration of our vocal cords that helps us produce a hormone. And you might have noticed in the sound of my sigh that the first one was a bit higher than the other ones. So that is really how you can tell that your body is starting to relax. Because when your body relaxes, your vocal cords relax, and your sighs sound lower. So you might have to do that as long as it takes to actually come to a lower tone. You will feel it when you're more relaxed, and the sighs sound differently. And it's also a good idea to set yourself reminders. And what I did at first was to just oxytocin breathe every time I was driving somewhere. And it was not just because of the motivation, it was just generally as a reminder. Or you can just put yourself sticky notes all over the house. Or you can tell yourself every time you go to the restroom, do some oxytocin breaths. You will quickly notice that the time you take out of your life to do proper breathing will greatly enhance the quality of your life. Because the less stress you have, the calmer you are, the better equipped you are to deal with whatever comes at you. It's the same really with meditation. The time that it takes to meditate is not really time taken away from your sleep at night. Because with meditation, you're much more focused and therefore much more productive, you need less sleep. It's the same with breathing. So I know a lot of people who just use the cell phone to set a timer. Every hour, on the hour, they take 1 minute to do deep belly breathing, or whichever breathing technique you're most comfortable with. But they do it regularly, and therefore they're much better equipped to deal with whatever else is coming up, so it's never next time. Keep in mind that being calm helps you descramble your brain as well. It doesn't really help us to be in a fear response, because then we don't know what is the right thing to do anymore. We overreact when we want to calm our loved ones. So being in a calmer state of mind, having our bodies in a calmer state, will help us on many, many levels. Not only will we become more resilient, our immune system will be better, which means we'll stay healthier. That should alleviate our fear. We are also able to respond to others in a calmer way and give them comfort and support, which is what we want to do, especially during these challenging times. And we want to attract the best case scenario, not the worst case scenario. But we cannot do that with a brain, mental state that is stressed, because a brain that is geared towards fight or flight and stress response will automatically find the scary aspects. That is a natural thing to do, as I explained earlier. This is how our human species survive. However, in order to survive this one, we have to learn to stay calm. We want to be healthy and resilient. We want to be able to love and support And we want to be able to make conscious, smart choices, and that we can only do that with a clear mind. So I hope this was helpful. I hope that you can apply those breathing techniques to help you out of your fear response. I know it's not easy in these times, but we can learn from the challenges and just do our best. Don't ever be fearful that you do something wrong. Love yourself. Be safe. Be healthy. Take good care of yourself. Love and blessings.